Evening everyone, welcome to the competitive triple B. Today we are going to start once again after a long time we met again. So today we are going to discuss about IBBS, SBI, RRB mains in this sample paper. So let us make it success and meanwhile go through the session. Okay. So let us start with start everybody. First question here, directions given. Read the following sentences carefully. Choose the one that is grammatically and contextually correct and mark it as your answer. So here five options were given. So let us read once first, and then we go through the each and every one. So what will be the correct answer? Later we will finalize. Okay. So here, hi, sorry. Everybody please come on to the live chat and we will continue with the topic. So here first point they given as he packed his belongings careful into suitcase, ensuring nothing fragile break during the long journey ahead. Second point is given as he carefully packed his belongings into the suitcase, making sure nothing fragile would break during the long journey. Third one is given as he carefully packed his belongings into the suitcase, ensuring fragile items won't break during the long journey. Fourth one is given as he packed carefully his belongings into suitcase, making sure nothing fragile would break while traveling journey. Fifth one is given as he carefully packed the belongings in the suitcase, ensuring that nothing fragile would break during the journey long. So these are the five options are given. So in these five options, which will be the correct answer, and meanwhile which will be spelled correctly and grammatically and contextually correct, that one we supposed to choose. So here when it comes to the first option, here what they given? He packed his belongings carefully. They given here, given careful. Actually here we have to get adverb which is supposed to be as, which will be describing end with the ly. So here instead of careful we have to get carefully. Okay, so this is a mistake we used to see. And here one more thing, break is given, fragile break. So fragile break is given. What is that? It is not given clearly. Here proper sentence is not there, it is missing. So that's why it is incorrect. And it comes to the second option. Preeti, welcome to the channel. Gayatri, welcome to the channel. And Naresh, welcome to the channel. So now, let us continue with the explanation. So second option here given as he carefully packed his belongings into the suitcase. So carefully packed. So here carefully given means it represents the adverb. So which will be clearly giving the additional support and qualifying the meaning. Okay. So carefully packed his belongings into the suitcase and making sure nothing fragile would break. So here would break and given, and meanwhile here belongings into the suitcase. So accordingly here it is giving the accurate placing about the things into the suitcase, and meanwhile fragile would break. It will be ensures that clearly conveying that the things supposed to be carefully kept during the journey. So this will be the correct answer. And when it comes to the third option, he carefully packed his belongings into the suitcase. So here, up to here, it is the correct meaning only. And ensuring fragile items won't break. Here, won't break is given. It is inappropriate in this context. So here, article the is lagging along with the journey. So that's why this statement is also incorrect. Okay, next, when it comes to the fourth option, incorrect because packed carefully his belongings. He packed carefully his belongings into here. The is missing. Into the suitcase we have to write, but here the is missing. So traveling journey, and why traveling journey is given. So it is an awkward situation. So reluctantly it is given the meaning. So that's why this one also we are not going to take it correct. Next, when it comes to the fifth option, incorrect because belongings in the suitcase, carefully packed belongings in the suitcase lacks the article the. And journey long, break during the journey long. So here these were placed incorrectly. Belongings they given in here 2 is missing. So that's why it will be incorrect. Preeti, you did the correct answer. So now, please reply what will be the correct answer. Expected answer will be 2. This will be the correct answer. So now, we will go for the next question. Directions. Choose the option that complete the sentences. So once again here they given the directions, and based on that we used to see the climate of the region has changed significantly in the past. B was given as most of the lakes in high altitude have also reported water levels rise by 0.2 meters per year. And third one is given the major reason for the surgery among the urban women was uterine fibroids. So these were given, and D option is given as it is projected to change more dramatically in the near future. And E is given that among rural women was menstrual disorder, and F is given their surface areas expand. So here they give an order we have to use whenever we are joining the sentences, what we supposed to use and which one is given correctly, that's supposed to be find out. So here when it comes to the explanation here, first of all, here in the middle in this column here they given as it. What is meaning of it? So it is nothing but here something supposed to be done. So it is used to show that opposite result. Introduce a fact that is rather surprising. It is used to introduce the fact that rather surprising. Means it is going to give the assumption about something which we can't able to imagine. And when it comes to the therefore, introduce a logical conclusion. Here we given the therefore, it will give the conclusion about something. And why? So now at the last we have the why. So it is used to represent whereas, indicating the contrast where it is going to happen. So here accordingly what will be the correct one is the major reason for the surgery among the urban women is uterine fibroids. This is the correct one. And meanwhile, when it comes to joining with the reasonable explanation, here it supposed to come, and then connectively that among rural women was menstrual disorder. So answer will be C. This will be the correct answer. So next we will go for the third question. Here also same pattern question given. Choose the options that complete the sentences. So first A, these do not depend on empirical data, and B is given we need to shift gear and be proactive. C is given in the last 60 years extreme cold events have become lesser. So here to connect the sentences, meaningful sentences, here we gave three options. Later we will discuss about this. First we will go through the sentences. D is given as just reactive. E is given as on the support of the local community and government agencies. F is given extreme warm weather events have become more pronounced. These are the things they give it. And meanwhile, but, are, therefore, these are the joining words for completing the sentences. So here, first of all, but means something supposed to be unexpected. So here it is used to introduce a phrase or clause contracting with what has already been mentioned. So regarding that, something is there in depth, they are going to explain further. So for that, we used to see the but one. And next, we have the therefore. So it is introduced a logical conclusion from the fact and reason as a result. And next we have are, it is used to link alternatives. So R is nothing but either is a possibility for the choice. So accordingly, we are supposed to choose what will be the correct answer. So here, when it comes to the first sentence, these don't depend on empirical data. So here, there is a meaningful sentence, this one. And along with that, when it comes to this, we can able to take but. Along with that, we can able to take on the support of the logical community and government agencies. Don't depend upon the empirical data. So whatever the data that we got, that is not clear, they concluded. But still, there is a possibility to gather the additional information accurately by using the local communities and governments. So accordingly, A and first option along with the E. So then what will be the correct answer? Please everybody give response. Naresh, Preeti, Gayatri, please give the answer. What was the correct answer? A, I, E. Means A, first option as well as the E. This was the correct answer. So now, we will go for the next step. Fourth question. It is about the comprehension. A passage is given below with the 5 blanks labeled A to E. Below the passage, 5 options are given for each blank. Choose the word that fits each blank most appropriately in the context of the passage and mark the corresponding answer. In a socialist society, the government decides what goods are to be produced in. A is the blank with the needs of society. So here, first up to first blank only, I am going to continue with the explanation. So now, first question. Which of the following would most appropriately fit in the blank A? That is given. So here, options were given as variance. First of all, so variance is given. So regarding this, if we see, what is the meaning of that is quality of being different. So quality is different. Or else we can take another one. It will comes under the noun. Variance is comes under the noun part. And different or else divergent or else we can consistent. Inconsistent we can take. These are the possible meanings we used to get for the variants. Next, second, it one also belongs to the noun in the parts of speech. And when it comes to the academics, in a manners, conforming with. In a manners, conforming with. So next, defiance. So this is also comes under parts of speech as a noun. So next, here, what is the meaning of defiance? Here, the meaning is open resistance, or else we can say bold disobedience. Bold disobedience. So next we have the essence. It is also comes under parts of the speech as a noun, and its meaning is the interesting nature. It is about representing about the quality. And convenience. It is also belongs to the noun, the state of being able to proceed with something. So without difficulty proceedings. So then accordingly, what will be the correct answer? Please let me know, everyone. So here correct answer will be A. Preeti given correct answer. So now let us go for the next question. Along with the paragraph. So here next given, it is assumed that the government knows what is good for the people of the country, and so the desires of individual consumers are not given much importance. The government dash how goods are to be produced and how they should be distributed. So this is the B blank. So when it comes to the second question, which of the following words would most appropriately fit in the blank B? So when it comes to all these, once again, we supposed to see what were all these will comes under what type of parts of speech, and meanwhile what is the meaning of each and every word given as the options. First of all, given is the acknowledges. Acknowledges is nothing but it will comes under parts of speech of verb, and acknowledge is nothing but admits or accepts. Accepts or admit about something. And next, accentuates. Accentuates, it also comes under verb. It is going to represent that prominent. Makes more noticeable and prominent. It is a singular verb. Okay. And next, preems. So preems is nothing but it is also comes under parts of speech of verb, and it's about the taking action in the order to prevent something happen. So prevent something supposed to be happen. Next, decides. It is also comes under the verb. So comes brings to a result of consideration. Result of consideration. Accordingly, what will be the correct answer? Please give answer. Preeti, Gayatri, Naresh. What will be the correct expected correct answer? Decides. Government decides how goods are to be produced and how they should be distributed. So now, next. In principle, distribution under socialism is supposed to be based on what people need and not on what they can dash to purchase. So here, C blank we supposed to watch out. So which of the following words would most appropriately fit in the blank C? So here, regarding this, once again, we have to see each and every word comes under what category and what will be the meaning of each and every word. So first one is given as offered. So it will comes under the parts of speech of verb, to have enough money, to pay for something, to have enough. And next, abate. So it is also comes under verb. The meaning is widespread. Or else we can take another word here. So that is to say, severe becomes less intense. Next, lambast. So here, lambast is given. So it will also comes under the parts of speech of verb, to criticize harshly. The meaning is to criticize harshly. So laudable. So it is also comes under verb. So here the meaning is commendation. It will represent about the aim or action, anything. Rampant. It will belongs to the adjective. Person suffered with the rampage, we used to say. So it is represent the character. So that's why it will comes under adjective. So then rampant. So meaning is flourishing. Flourishing. Or else spreading unchecked. Accordingly, what will be the correct answer? Happy good evening. Please welcome to the channel. Please give the correct answer. Which of the following would most appropriately fit in the blank C? Answer will be offered. So next, we will go for the next question. So C. Dash under capitalism. For example, a socialist nation provides free healthcare to all its citizens. So then, which of the following word would most appropriately fit in the blank D? So now we will see about the options. Alike, it will comes under adjective. It is representing about the character and nature. So then here similar to each other. Alike is nothing but two or more people are going to be interested in each other unless. So it also comes under conjunction. It will comes under conjunction. What is the meaning of conjunction? So conjunction, Muhammad Feroz. Hello sir, welcome to the channel. Unless it will comes under conjunction. What is the meaning of conjunction? The conjunction is nothing but this the word which will connect the two sentences, that will comes as a conjunction. So here unless is given. Exceptional. Here something is going to be valid. So here and next we have the unlike. So what it will comes under? It belongs to what? What type of parts of speech? It will belongs to the preposition. Here unlike is representing preposition. Here it is not similar, different forms. And next when comes to the provided. Provided also comes under conjunction. Provided is nothing but understanding about something. So next we have the somehow. So it will represent the adverb which will support the qualification of the verb, and in some way by some means it is going to represent. Then accordingly what will be the correct answer? Please let me know. What will be the answer? Correct answer will be unlike. Please everybody keep on give the chat. Please keep on chat. So now we will go for the fifth one. For example, a socialist nation provides free health care to all its citizens. A socialist society has no private property since everything is dashed by the state. In Cuba and China, for example, most of the economic activities are governed by socialistic principles. Which of the following word would most appropriately fit in the blank E? This is the question they give it. So we will see. First one is given as a akshant. So akshant is nothing but we used to see this will be comes as a meaning as say, and this will represent the verb. In the parts of speech it will represent the verb, and sell or offer something to others. So that is the meaning of akshant. And next prohibited. So prohibited, it is also comes under verb. Prohibited is nothing but formally forbidden from the law. So next when it comes to the seal. Sealed are closely secured. It is also comes under verb. And concealed. So it is also comes under verb part. And concealed is nothing but not allowed to be seen. So are hidden. Next we have the owned. Has something possessed by somebody. So it is owned. So then please let me know what will be the correct answer. Please give response. Gayatri, Happy, Naresh, Preeti, Muhammad Feroz. What will be the correct answer? Expected correct answer. Please let me know. Give response everybody. Correct answer will be owned. So now we will go for the ninth question. Here another pattern of questions were given. Correct option is 5. Please once go through the question once again. And now, ninth question. Find out the most effective words from the given options to fill in the blanks of the following questions. So first one is given as he made an audible and when he jumped onto the snowy roof. Second one is given. She tossed a couple cables under the bed and heard the cat dash them. So here what will be the correct answer? First one is given as a crunched. So crunched is nothing but, we can say that, completely crushing. Next, munch is nothing but chewing. So just chewing. Crushing, it is a completed action. It is crunching, it is going on action. So here also same meaning we used to get, crushing. And next, munching, it is going on action, ongoing action. Chewing, it is going to start action. So crunch is nothing but which is going to give the crispy sound. Crispy sound whenever something is going to be beat. So then accordingly what will be the correct relevant answer? Please let me know. Crunch. Audible crunch when he jumped onto the snowy roof. Yes, crunch, it is a past already completed task. So whenever he is going to jump, he used to see the louder the crispy sound he heard. So here answer will be crunch. So now we will go for the next question. 10th question. Find out the most effective words from the given options to fill in the blanks of the following questions. So first question, I think the technological dash beyond the next one will take us to the stars. Second point is given, the mouth of the hole was nearly filled up now, but the kitten gave a dash through the remaining gap and it once scampered away. So here the meanings we supposed to see. So here rip given. So rip is nothing but to harvest, or gather something. Next we have leap. Leap means sudden significant movement. Forward. Next we have blunder. So blunder, mistake we used to say, no, means that means recklessness, negligence. It represents the carelessness or foolishness. Next, mistake. It is an error. Next we have blow. It is hit or sudden impact. Please let me know what will be the correct answer. The correct answer is leap. Yes. Himavati Nagaraj. Welcome to the channel. Lip is the correct answer. You said correct answer. So now we will go for the 11th question. We heard him come downstairs, and when he didn't dash, I came down to check on him. And second statement is given at the end of the letter. She informed him that in a few days she would dash to Petersburg from abroad. So here options, here they given. So first option is given as call. So meaning is summon or communicate. With someone. Communicate with someone. Next we have return. So return is nothing but coming back or giving back. May come back. So next we have the return. Return means already completed task. It is going to given back. The meaning is back. Already this task is completed. Next come. It is going to arrive. Going to start. Came means already completed task. Then please let me know what will be the correct answer. What will be the correct answer? Please everybody try to choose correct answer. Please give the response. Gayatri, please give the response. Why are you leaving? What will be the correct answer? Naresh, Preeti, Himavati, Mohammad Feroz, please give the correct answer. Correct answer will be return. He didn't return. I came down to check on him. So task is not completed. They are waiting for his comeback, but still he didn't come. So that's why answer will be return. Next, we will go for the 12th question. Find out the most effective word from the given options to fill in the blanks of the following questions. First question, all reasonable men were now convinced that the question of the dash form of the Italian government was secondary and that the national efforts should be concentrated on the task of expelling the Austrians. The form of government could be decided afterwards. Second one is given in seeking dash reality in the circle of active conscious sensation. He rules out all metaphysics. So here, these are the two sentences given. What will be the relevant word? For these two sentences, we have to choose. First of all, they're given as a sparkling. So sparkles, we know that it is, the meaning is brightly shining. Brightly shining. So next we have striking. Attracting attention. Immediate means without delay. And ultimate. Ultimate is nothing but finally, most important. Ultimate result we used to say means final result, conclusions. So next we have the reciprocate, responding to the actions. So then what will be the correct answer? Please give everyone. What will be the correct answer? Let me know. Preeti, Himavati, Happy, Naresh, Gayatri, please give answer. What will be the correct answer? Answer will be ultimate. So now we will go for the 13th question. Here, read the following sentences carefully. Choose the one that is grammatically and contextually correct and mark it as your answer. He don't like coffee and never drinks it even on cold winter mornings. Second statement is given. The teacher along with the students were planning a trip to the historical moments. And third one is the manager discussed the plan with his team before presenting it to the board. Fourth one, neither of the answers were correct according to the expert's final evaluation. Fifth one is given, she has completed her homework yesterday but forgot to submit it to the teacher. So these are the 5 sentences given. Accordingly, what will be the expected correct answer we have to see. So first one. First one, he don't like coffee. So it is incorrect because the subject he requires a verb doesn't instead of don't. Yes, along with the he, she, it, always, do verbs if we want to take in the present means we have to write it does. But here the given don't. So that's why first statement is incorrect one. And when it comes to the second statement, the teacher along with the students were planning. The teacher along with the students were planning. It is a continuous task. So here was we supposed to write, but here instead of that they given as a verb. So that's why it is also incorrect one. And when it comes to the third option, the manager discussed the plan with his team before presenting it to the board. Yes, it is completed. Already discussion done with the team. This is completed task, and before presenting to the board is nothing but a presented task. So before presenting, it is completed discussion about that with the team. So that's why the third option is the correct answer. And when it comes to the fourth option, neither of the answers was correct because neither is representing the singular. It should be written as a was. Here, instead of were, was supposed to be written. That's why it will be the incorrect answer. When it comes to the fifth option, she has completed her homework yesterday. Here, yesterday completed. So here instead of this, she completed directly we can write. So that's why this statement also incorrect one. So now correct answer is 3. So now let us go for the 14th question. In the following sentences, a part of the sentences underlined below are given alternatively to the underlined part, which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. So here we have to see whether changes are required or not, and appropriate answer we supposed to check. The state as a whole, it as distinction in the political state also constitutes as a higher form of individuality. So here, as distinction between, as distinct from, as distinct being distinction from. These are the options they give. First it comes to the first option as distinction between. This is not the correct option because doesn't fit the context. Here, whatever the context we got, the statements regarding the context, that is not going to fit with the statement. And when it comes to the second one, as distinctive form, this is a correct because provides the clarity and grammatically appropriate. It gives the clarity about the context, so that's why B will be the correct one. And further, as distinct, it is given. It is incomplete and doesn't convey the meaningful of the meaning behind the sentence. That's why it is also not the correct answer. Next, being distinction form. It is incorrect. So it is totally grammatically mistaken. So that's why this one also not correct. So option is 1. So now let us go through the next question. Please everybody give answers. What will be the correct answer for the 14th question? Nobody is given response. Preeti, Himavati, Happy, Naresh, Gayatri, give answers. Please give the response. Next, 15th question. In the following sentence, a part of the sentence is underlined. Below are given alternatives to the underlined part which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternatives. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option no improvement. So individuality is the awareness of one's existence as a unit to sharp distinction from others. From a unit to, as a unit in, for a unit of, as a unit having. These are the options they give. So accordingly we will see. So when it comes to the from a unit to, this is not going to fit grammatically, so that's why this is incorrect one. As a unit in, it is going to give the grammatical correct meaning as well as elegance with the indeed meaning. So that's why this will be the correct one. And when it comes to the for a unit of, this is a grammatically incorrect statement. And when it comes to the fourth one as a unit having, the option, the phrase can also be considered grammatically correct. So that's why this statement also correct. Then accordingly, what will be the correct answer? B and D. Yes, correct. Naresh Yadav, correct. And Preeti, yes, second option, it is correct. Hemavati, please give the response. And Happy, you are not giving any response. Give response. In the following sentences, a part of the sentence is underlining. Below are the given alternatives to the underlined part which may improve the sentence. Choose the correct alternative. In case no improvement is needed, choose the option that indicates no improvement. Furthermore, these ripples would travel at the speed of light through the universe, carried along with them information about their cataclysmic origins. So please try to find out the correct answer. Afterwards, I will explain the correct answer as well as along with the explanation. Try to find out. Cataclysmic origin is given. So then what is the meaning of this? Try to find out the answer I told. Cataclysmic origin. Cataclysmic means large area are violent. So now we will see the key points. Carrying with them. Carrying. This represents the present participle form carry. So the sentence is grammatically and textually correct. And carried along with the. It introduced the phrases and carried along with the, which is not going to give the meaningful clarity about the sentence. And next, when it comes to the carry with it, the option uses the phrase here verb carry. So grammatically the structure is incorrect. And fourth one, carried with them. So here carried with them, it is grammatically correct and intended to give the meaning sentences. So less prior, it is also correct, but most accurately means A will be the correct answer. So then we have to go along with the A only. Yes, correct. Naresh Yadav given correct answer, and Preeti, Feroz, Hemavati, Gayatri, happy, not giving answers. 17th question, comprehension. The following sentences form a paragraph. The second and fifth sentence of the paragraph are given. The rest are numbered as P, Q, R, S, and T. These 5 parts are not given in their proper order. Arrange them in the correct order to make the paragraph meaningful and then answer the questions given below. So P is given. When word got out that an event was in the works, locals had fought to cancel it. Second one is given. It was organized by the people who had originally just wanted to build a music studio in the upstate New York village. Q is given. Before mid-August in 1969, no one knew just how big the Woodstock Music Festival would become. R is given, and while over 50,000 tickets were sold in advance of the event, ultimately more than 4 lakh flooded to the venue on the Max Yesguru's dairy farm. And fifth one, what unfolded over the next 3 days from August 15 to 18, 1969 became legendary as a music event. S is given. As a long-haired man identified as Pete told the New York Times on August 18, 1969, the whole thing is a gas. I dig it all. I mud, the rain, and the music, the hustles. T. It is also become a generational movement. Which of the following should be the first sentence in the correct order? The first sentence of the paragraph introduces a topic. First sentence introduces the topic. The second sentence usually provides more information about the first. Hence, the second sentence mentions the fact that the event was intentionally organized as just a music studio, and only sentence Q talks about how big the Woodstock event eventually became. So what will be the correct answer? Which of the following will be the first sentence they are asking? So what will be the correct answer? Q is the correct answer. So Q will come as a first statement. So first one we completed and the second one is already given. Now let us move on to the third statement we have to find out. Same question, which of the following should be the third sentence? Already this one taken as a first statement. Second one also given. Third statement we have to find out. So when a word got out that event was in the works locals and had fought to cancel it. So here first is about the event, what they are planning, and where it is planned, it is the second one. And then at the third statement we may expect B. So then accordingly answer will be B. So now we will go for the next question. I think it will be about the fourth question, fourth sentence. So already first sentence completed, second sentence is given, third sentence over. So let us move on, fifth sentence also given. So R, ST were there. Accordingly, out of these, what will be the correct answer? We have to see. From R onwards, we have to see. So then, the solding of the tickets is the next announcement. So that's why this will be the fourth statement. So answer will be 3. So now we will go for the next question. 20th question. Please give response. Fifth one over, and the question is about the sixth sentence. So first of all, once again we will clear here. Q is the first sentence, second one already given. This is the third sentence, it is the fourth sentence, fifth one also already given. So next leftover is S and T. Out of these two, we have to find out which one is the sixth one. So it is about the conclusion. So that's why sixth one will be the yes. So then answer will be 4. So now we will go for the next question. They are going to ask last sentence. Leftover option is only this one. So accordingly, once again, we will fill all the... Before mid-August in 1969, no one knew just how big the Woodstock Music Festival would become. It was organized by the people who had originally just wanted to build a music studio in the upstate New York village. When word got out the event was in the works, locals had fought to cancel it. This is the third statement. And fourth, and while over 50,000 tickets were sold in advance of the event, ultimately more than 4 lakhs flooded to the venue. So that's why this will be 4. And what unfolded over the next 3 days for August 15 to 18, 19 became legendary as a musical. Next, the sixth sentence, as a long-haired man identified as Pete told to the New York Times on August 18, 1969, the whole thing is a gas. I dig it all, and the mud, the rain, the music, and the hustles. It also became a generational movement. So with this, statements are completed. So now we will go for the 22nd question. What is given? Directions. Given below is a word followed by 3 sentences that consist of the word. Identify the sentence that express the meaning of the word. Choose option for none of the above if a word is not suitable in any case of the sentences. So here given the leave is a word, we have to see where it is appropriately placed. He asked permission to leave the True. He has been on paid leave since the accident. We are playing against the league champions next week. Please give me the correct answer. So basically, leave represents the verb to leave. Leave is nothing but go away from the something. If we consider it as a noun, for time being they are going away from the verb. So accordingly, the statement is correct. Here it is used as a noun. It is also correct. So we are playing again is the leave is given, it is inappropriately given. So that's why 1 and 2, A and B are the correct answers. So now we will go for the 23rd question. Given below is a word followed by the 3 sentences that consist of that word. Identify the sentences that express the meaning of the word. Everyone, here the given clip. Clip is nothing but here we used to say it is a noun. Broadcast. Right now we are doing. When it comes to the verb form, represents positive with the something. So the trade deficit is the flip side of a rapidly expanding economy. She enjoyed watching a clip from my blog. My mom is going to clip my hair. So 3 sentences were given. Which were the correct answers? Please let me know. So here clip is nothing but broadcast that will be seen. So that's my correct answer. And the trade deficit is clip. So it is inappropriately used here clip. So that's why it is the incorrect one. When it comes to the 3, here it will be taken as a verb. So both B and C. What will be the answer? Fourth one is the correct answer. Correct. So now we will go for the Hemavati. Correct answer 4. Preeti, Naresh, Normal, Feroz, please give the answers. And we will go for the next question. In the following question, a sentence is given with the 4 words marked as A, B, C, D. These words may or may not be placed in their correct order. 4 options with the different arrangements of these words has been provided. Mark the option with the correct arrangement as the answer. If no arrangement is required, mark option as a full. So we have to rearrange them. If it is correctly placed or not, we have to see. First of all, the music system suddenly panicked down and left the party planners in a brawl. Music is nothing but vocal instrumental sound, and panic is nothing but suddenly they are going to be living, and party, social gathering. Broke is nothing but something is breakdown. So then what we supposed to change? Here D must come. So then planner in a panic. The music system suddenly broke down and left the party planners in a panic. So answer will be D to the P. Rearrangement is required. We have to rearrange them to make it perfect sentence. So then accordingly, panic that's supposed to be comes at the last and broken. So whenever music system is suddenly, when they are arranged the party, first music system is stopped. So that's supposed to be broken down. And then party, whoever organized suddenly stopped means they used to, what problem they are going to face, they are panicked. So accordingly, 3 will be the correct answer. So now we will go for the 25th question. In the following question is sentence. Once again, same pattern question. I am not going to read, and directly we will go for the question. After the shock, the entire nation was earthquake at the amount of cost and destruction it had did. So here, what we supposed to rearrange them? Shocked means sudden action which will be given the surprise or upset. So here it is about the negative impact. That's why they are shocked. Means here something happened inappropriately. Okay. So next we have the earthquake. It is a sudden violent shaking of the earth. We know about this. So I no need to say about this. And cast is nothing but the reason. And death is nothing but already it is about the distraction. Like here it represents the verb. So then please let me know what we supposed to change. Here after the earthquake supposed to come. First of all, after the earthquake, the entire nation was shocked. Entire nation was shocked at the amount of here death, and here distraction it had caused. So what will be the correct answer? 3 is the correct answer. A, B and C, D supposed to be interchanged. So now we will go for the 26th question. Mental health is an issue that has been spoken for a long time in our society and have now need to be ignored about. So in this, what were the relevant explanations we have to see? Issue is nothing but something need to be discussed, and spoken means they are going to open up and they are going to say something. And society, the people were organized and gathered together. Ignored is nothing but neglected. So then what we supposed to rearrange? B and D supposed to be changed. So here B will come. Then mental health is an issue that has been ignored for a long time, that is neglected in the society. Now it's need to be spoken about. So now regarding that we have to take the action. So accordingly what will be the correct answer? BD, interchange. So that's answer is 2. So now we will go for the 27th question. So directions, read the following sentences carefully, choose the one that grammatically and contextually correct. Mark it as your answer. So first question, despite heavy rain, hikers continued the journey of mountain. They determined to reach summit successfully. Despite the heavy rain, the hikers continued their journey up to the mountain, determined to reach the summit. And third, hikers continue their journey up mountain despite heavy rain, determined to reach summit without stopping. Hikers continued their journey upon the mountain despite of heavy rain. They determined to reach summit. Despite the heavy rain, the hikers continued journeying upon the mountain, determined to reach summit. So what will be the correct answer? We have to see. First option here, article they is missing before the heavy rain. Here, they is missing. So that's why the statement is inappropriate. When it comes to the second definite article, the is placed as well as hikers, mountaineers, everything appropriately given placed. And when it comes to the option 3, continuous tense is given, it doesn't going to fit with the statement, and additionally article the is missing here. Yeah, the is missing. That's why the statement is incorrect. Despite of here, it is an incorrect statement. And when it comes to the fifth statement here, the is article is missing. That's why once again it is incorrect. So answer will be 2. So now we will go for the next question, 28. So questions were completed. So remaining questions we will try to discuss in the next class. Thank you everyone. Keep on support us, and thanks for your be a part of our journey, and to make it success, your cooperation is needed. Thank you for your support. Please inform to your friends whoever preparing for the competitive exams, and please make it truthful and successful and fruitful. Okay, thank you once again to everybody. Now I am going to wind up the session. Thanks to all once again. Please like and subscribe and share such stuff.